And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to Unlimited Freedom. This is Vaughn with Unlimited Freedom live broadcast, live Q&A. We do this every single Friday around this time at 12 p.m. Central Time. Every Friday, we go live and we get into the sauce. We get into the news. We talk about everything that's going on in the space. I answer your questions. I respond to your comments. Now, on my YouTube channel, as you can imagine, I do get a lot of feedback. I do get a lot of comments, and I'm not always able to go ahead and respond right then and write you a reply. I do try to reply to as many of my comments as humanly possible throughout the week, especially if if you get me right and you're gonna bring the smart guy out, right? The smart guy remark, and I'll give you a smart answer. I do that. But a lot of times I'm not able to get back to every single comment that I want to, which is why I had the idea to do this live Q&A, right? And this live Friday broadcast where I actually go through all the comments for the week. I randomly choose the ones that I'm going to respond to, and then I respond to those as well as go through the actual live chat. So anybody who throws a live chat in my chat area, right, I will read those. I will respond to those as well. And then I also want to take this time to go a little bit deeper and to get kind of into a deeper dive about what's going on in the space. We've been doing a series on Novatech. This is going to be week 3 of the series. It's going to be it's going to be an awesome, look, because what we've done is we've gone all the way back to AWS Mining, the company that the Petions were a part of before Novatech. Then we got into the launch of Novatech, how that happened, when that happened, the timeline, and we're getting now to the timeline of events of COVID-19, right? Or the, I guess we'll call it the beer bug, right? The beer bug, because it's the, whatever, that's named after the same thing as a beer, the Corona or whatever. Can't really talk about it too much on YouTube because people lose their YouTube channels for mentioning that, right? That's how much of a weird society that we live in right now. You can't talk about it on YouTube, right? Because it's like you get canceled for whatever reason. But we all know about it. We all know about the beer bug. We all know about 2020 and the events of 2020, the lockdowns, and so we're going to be getting into that as it pertains to Novatech, and I'm going to be sharing a story, right? A real, true story about somebody who actually got the virus and then was pulled into Novatech at that time, and then the kind of the repercussions of that. So that's going to be episode 3 of the deep dive into Novatech. We are going to be getting into that. But before we do, I also have some news that I want to get into from the space. We've got some news going on with QUOPI. QUOPI has relaunched its website, and so I want to talk a little bit about that. What that's all about. I want to give you my thoughts on that. I want to give you my responses to that as well. So that's what we're going to be doing on today's live broadcast. So just come on in. Feel free to drop me a chat. Feel free to say whatever you want. Right? Nothing's off topic here. Nothing is. We're not. Nothing is undiscussable, right? We could talk about anything on here. Also hit the like button as you are on the way in, right? Whether you're watching right now live or whether you're coming back and watching the replay, do me a favor and hit that like button, because that's the #1 metric that YouTube uses to push these videos out to more people. And we want to continue to grow the community here at the Unlimited Freedom Network, ladies and gentlemen. So if you haven't checked yet, the QUOPI website is back up. Right? It's back up, and it looks like it never went down. All right. However, when you try to log in to the QUOPI website, it will ask for your email, and then it will put you on a list, a quote unquote list, and you will be in the quote unquote recovery process. Now, I'm going to read you what it actually says when you do that. It says QUOPI AI Trader Recovery Process. Your access recovery request is underway. Expect an email to your registered address upon approval. Approvals will occur in phased waves during the relaunch, ensuring a systemic and secure process. Thank you for your understanding as we work through these stages. We look forward to welcoming you back to QP. So why are they doing this? Right? What is this all about? Right? So what happens is you go to QPAI and it gives you the old login screen. You put in your login credentials and then it takes you over to this page and it says recovery process. Your access recovery request is underway. Expect an email to your registered address upon approval. Approvals will occur in phased waves during the relaunch, ensuring a systemic and secure process. Thank you for your understanding as we work through these stages. We look forward to welcoming you back to QP. Now, I go back to my inbox here, and I have not received anything, right? So I filled it out. It says that it's going to send me an email with more information, but I have yet to receive the email. I have not received the email. Okay? And so the question becomes, why is QP doing this? Right? They had a clean break, right? They pulled the rug, right? They were gone. They quit paying. They pulled the rug. Yeah, they said that they were hacked and this, that, and the other thing. But why continue to do these stunts, right? They said that they were going to be back January 4th, right? Which was yesterday. Well, they're not really back. They just put the website back up, and now they take you over to the screen that says, "Oh yeah, now we're going to send you an email." So I wouldn't classify that as being back. And the question that comes to mind is, why go through all of this? Unless they have a monetary reason for doing so. All right. Now, let me find all of the messages that QP has been putting out. Okay, and I want to go back. Now, the thing about QP is they had their Telegram channel open for everybody, right? So anybody could, whatever, anybody could post on there. So that means that they've got a crap ton of posts. But QPAI also has been posting. So the latest announcement that they posted on here is that, hello, QP community. We've heard your inquiries, and we would like to confirm that the profit withdrawal feature will be fully operational right from the start on the trading day when your accounts are initially opened. This means that all new profit payments will land in your account balances from where you will be able to withdraw instantly and without any extra fees. For clarity, your previous account balances are currently stored in secure balances, denoted by a lock symbol. To ensure a secure and successful platform relaunch, these balances will be gradually paid out in parts. We appreciate your patience and understanding. Exciting times are ahead, so stay tuned for more updates. So that's the latest that they put in their actual Telegram group. So they've got that, and they have got the recovery process announcement that they put into QPAI. Now, let's talk about the idea of, are they going to come back? Are they going to honor this? Are they going to be able to bring all of our information back to the website and then start paying out again like nothing ever happened? And what is the likelihood of that? Based on my experience in this space, the likelihood of them being able to do that is slim to none. Very, very low. Also, the likelihood of QP having a surplus of money is slim to none. Very, very low. And I'll tell you what. And so why would they go through all this rigmarole about how they're saying that they're going to come back? Why would they? In order to possibly put a restoration fee up for all of us to have to pay, like a $100 fee or a $200 fee. So you pay the fee, they let you back in, quote unquote, and then you never get anything else, right? So you just paid an additional fee, right? So you just paid some more money, right, to QP. And then that would give them at least a way to make some money, right? Now, if that happens, that would be a way for them to recover themselves and for them to be a way to make some money, right? For them to, because they don't have this large surplus of money. It's impossible that they have a large surplus of money because they were one of those companies that paid everybody out. They paid out instantly. They paid out every day. A lot of us had a great ride with QP. A lot of people in the space made a lot of money with QP, right? And so, because of that, trust me, they're not going to have a surplus of money because they were paying everybody out, right? The only way to really have a surplus of money with let's say they were running a Ponzi scheme. The only way to really make a lot of money by running a Ponzi scheme is you have to take in a lot of money all at once and then pull the rug all at once. You don't go paying people out for a year. Every single day, paying out commissions, paying out referral bonuses, paying out on the investments, large sums of money over and over again. People were cycling over and over again, getting paid over and over again from QP. So they weren't just taking in a lot of money and just disappearing. That obviously is not what they did. Now, near the end, they did try to open up the new crypto thing, the crypto trader or whatever it was. And they started selling T-shirts. They started selling coffee mugs. Yes, they were trying to pull in money. Of course, that's what they were trying to do. But it's impossible that they pulled in enough money to justify a rug pull and then to be able to come out clean on the other side. There's no way. What's more likely is they ran this program for a year. They didn't make any money. Everybody else got rich. And now they're saying, hey, we didn't make anything, right? We ran this program for a year. It didn't work out, and we didn't even make any money. Okay, dude. Guys, if you want me to talk about something, put it in the chat. Okay, but what we're not going to do is I'm not going to be on here talking and discussing what I'm talking about and then have you complain in the chat that you're not happy with what I'm talking about. You want to bring something to the table? Bring it. Otherwise, shut your mouth, right? Don't cry about it, right? If you don't like what I'm talking about, give me something to talk about in the chat, okay? Let's see some interaction. Otherwise, don't whine and complain and cry about it. Okay, so in order for them to make money, they could possibly try to charge us a reinitiation fee, right? To open back up our account, we have to pay $100, or we have to pay $50, or we have to pay $500. And then that would be the money grab, and that would be the rug pull. If they do that. I don't know what they're going to do, right? I don't have a crystal ball. I can't foresee the future. But what I will say is that I have made a lot of predictions on this channel, and my predictions have all been correct, right? So, okay, Jeff, good point. People are posting screenshots in the Telegram showing restored access and have received withdrawals already. I've seen that before, Jeff. Okay, I've seen that before. That doesn't do it for me, right? They did that with Invisible AI, right? When Invisible AI rug pulled, everybody was showing so-called screenshots of how they were getting their money back. But try following up with some of those people. Do you know any of those people personally? What about you, Flacco? Do you know those people personally? Have you personally received any money from QP? I haven't. Right? So that's all well and good, but I've seen that before. I've seen it before. Right? I didn't see anybody actually get money back from Invisible AI. Right? I didn't see I ROI'd with Invisible AI, so I never wanted any money back. I didn't need any money back, right? I ROI'd with QP many times. Okay, so here's another good comment from Darren. I'm not even going to waste my time with QP. So you're already over it, right? You're not even going to waste your time worrying about it. Okay, so Jeff, fair enough. What I'm telling you, Jeff says, I do not know them. I'm just going by screenshots of transactions of withdrawals posted. Time will tell eventually. Okay, so fair enough, man. Fair enough. What I'm telling you, though, is I've seen this song and dance before, where they post pictures in the Telegram. People say they're getting paid, right? It's like, okay, who are these people? Right. And unless I know somebody personally, or unless I see it personally, then you're not gonna win me over with that. Okay. So I will definitely keep you guys posted. But like I said, this is what they're saying. The QP AI trader recovery process, your access recovery request is underway. Right. Expect an email to your registered address upon approval. Approvals will occur in phase waves during the relaunch, ensuring a systemic and secure process. Thank you for understanding as we work through these steps. We look forward to welcoming you back to QP. Now, my account with QP, and I don't think I've even ever said this before, but I was one of the top accounts with QP, right? I don't think I've ever publicly mentioned that, right? I got into the beta program before anybody else, right? And I got into the beta program for all of the different programs that QP did before anybody else, because I was one of the top accounts. So it would stand to reason that if they are restoring accounts, it would be in their interest to restore mine, right? And like you said, time will tell, right? I will let you know if we do see any restoration of accounts. So they do that withdrawal screenshot. Of course, Flacco, that can be faked, right? Withdrawal screenshots can be faked. A lot of stuff in the space can be faked, right? Trading results. Obviously, we've seen that. All these people sharing their live trades, and it turns out it was all fake, right? So I am at the point where, okay, I will believe it when I see it for myself. And if I see it for myself, I will be so happy to come on here and say, you know what, guys, I was wrong, right? It's not a rug pull, or maybe it was, and they came back. I've never seen it before, but this is the first time, and hallelujah, right? Thank God. I will be super happy if they come back, right? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you've got a good point, Darren. Maybe they're not restoring the people who they quote unquote don't like. But I don't see why they wouldn't like him, and I don't see why they wouldn't like me. Because, yeah, we talk about stuff in the space, and, sometimes we talk a lot of crap. However, for their bottom line, they ought to like us. Because let me tell you what, Fud Farm, he brings in a lot of business to these platforms that he talks about. Right? Because people are going on and they're going, hey, I wonder what he's talking about. They're checking the platform and they're saying, oh, let me try. Right? So, he promoted QP more than you did. Well, look, here's the thing, man. I understand what you mean when you say promoted, but I try to be very fair on my channel, and I try to warn people, like at the beginning of the videos and at the end of every video. Like I try to say, make your own decision. don't invest in anything that you cannot afford to lose. Withdraw early, withdraw often, be careful, right? And I share what I'm doing, right? So the days of me flat out telling somebody to sign up for something are over. Right. And I've done that. I've played that game. I was back in the day, I was a life insurance salesman, and I would go in there and I would cut their heads off, right? Metaphorically. I would damn near force them to sign up, right? When I was doing that, and so, but the days of me doing that are over. One, because it's too stressful on me. Like feeling the pressure and the anxiety of trying to make somebody sign up for something sucks. It just sucks. And you feel dirty, right? You feel like a slime ball, and it just doesn't do it for me, man. So I don't even even on my offline businesses, the businesses that I do outside of YouTube, I never force anybody to do anything. I say, hey, look, here's the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you want to do it, I'll help you out. If you don't want to do it, fine. Right. And the last one that I really forced people into was Novatech, because I had some close family that I said, because Novatech was going on for 4 years and everybody was making so much money. I was like, you're doing this. Like, you would be an idiot not to do this. You're doing this. And so I forced some family into it. I forced them. That is the last time I ever force anybody into anything. No worries, man. I know what you mean. And anybody, no worries, Gary. Anytime somebody says, promoting, I know what you mean, right? And then the same thing with Fud Farm. Like, he was, you could say he was promoting it, but he was really just talking a lot of crap with that, which that is his shtick, right? Fud Farm is, he's got a great thing going on, right? I don't hate any other YouTuber in the space, right? I don't play that game. Right. I don't play that game. Right. I've had people come on here and hate on me. And it's just, to me, it's a waste. Right. And you're never going to get the same kind of sauce from hating on people. You just won't. I mean, I get emails from people saying that I stopped them. They were getting ready to end it all. But because of the sauce that they got here at the Unlimited Freedom Network, they tasted that good sauce and they decided to live. I guarantee you, people who hate on other people on YouTube are not getting those same kind of messages. So what do you want to do, right? Do you want to be a force for good in the world, a force for positivity in the world, or just hating on people, right? I don't got time for it. So Flacco says, because of you, I've learned a lot. I was in Novatech and lost over 200K. And the proof to show, and now just listening to you, my head is in the game. Guys, hit the like button, because nobody else is giving you the same kind of sauce that I'm giving you here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. Nobody else is giving you the orange pill, titanium pill, stainless steel pill sauce to where they can receive a comment like that, right? You have to be making a positive impact in the space for somebody to come on and give you that kind of comment, right? And the fact that you were able to risk that much and lose that much and still be here to talk about it, that means that you have some scars. And I don't want to go to war standing next to somebody who doesn't have any scars. I want to see the scars. If I'm going to fight alongside of you, I want you to have some scars. I want you to have been in some fights before and still be here to talk about it, right? That is the sauce. So the point is, I did too, bro. I mean, I lost a ton of money when I was learning how to trade and when I was teaching myself how to trade binary options in particular. I blew a lot of accounts at the beginning. But I didn't give up. I stuck with it because I knew that there are people who become millionaires doing it. I knew that there are people who get into Forex trading and that's it. They learn the skill and then they never have to work again. They never have to go back. I knew it. So I pressed on, even though I lost a lot of money at first. I didn't call it a scam. I didn't give up. I didn't throw up my hands and walk away. I pressed on, right? And I learned. And it's because I stood fast after taking those hard hits that I was able to get to the other side of it and become a profitable trader, right? And that's so it's so important to be able to stand and to get back up when you get knocked down, not just in this space, but in life in general. All right. We got Sheena says, have you checked on crypto option lately? So crypto option is down, right? And Divnendu, the CEO, who I supposedly had this relationship with, has been silent these last days. He hasn't reached out to me, right? And he's always, every time he got kicked off of Telegram in the past, he would reach back out to me. But it's just been radio silence. So the next step for crypto option is the rug report, right? And here's the thing. Hopefully, everybody who got involved with crypto option was able to ROI, right? Or at least make their seed money back, or the majority of it, right? While it was here, it was paying daily and it was paying well. Now, I went into the green with crypto option months ago, right? I've been in the green with them for a while. So it sucks because I'm not going to get that pay anymore. Like that, you get used to having the pay come in from a platform like that. And I was used to getting a nice sum of money from crypto option almost every day. And then the pay dries up and the pay stops and the platform's gone. Right? So I understand that that's the risk that I take in the space, right? And I understand that that's the downside of it, is that a lot of these things, they don't last for a very long time. Now, crypto option, they had a good thing going. They looked like they had good trades. They looked like they knew what they were talking about. And it just what happened is they say that they got hacked. They put out this letter with this ransomware and everything else that they were getting ransomed, and then Divnendu jumped off a Telegram, and I've never heard from him since. Right? So Flacco says, I'm here and I'm coming back. Crypto option, I think they're very funny. I feel that they got a lot of people on that deal. Yeah, they did. They did. I mean, they're that's the, and that's the way to do it. But then again, they also paid out a lot. And that's what you have to think about. So the question is, was it a deliberate rug pull? Are they lying about the hacking? And did they actually make money, right, from the whole thing? And those are questions, unfortunately, that I can't answer, right? But I've heard the hacking story a lot in this space, right? And a lot of times when a platform goes down, they say they got hacked, right? I had a relationship with Divnendu, and he did not strike me as the type of person who would do something like that. But does that mean that he didn't? No, not necessarily. I mean, I'm in the dark just like everybody else at this point, because I don't have any communication. The site is down, the Telegram's down. So what is my natural response to that? Well, my natural response is just to move on. Right? I'm not going to sit here and dwell on it. If it's gone, it's gone. Right? I'm on to the next thing. There's a lot of great things going on in the space right now. We've got the H miner I've been talking about. We got the CC bot trade. We got this new one, Arcane Fiat just came out. Another one is called Safe Assets, which Safe Assets is cool because they don't pay a whole lot and they're not over leveraging themselves. And they've been in business for over a year, right? So I like that one. And I've got, a lot of other programs that I'm vetting, a lot of other programs that I'm looking at behind the scenes, and that I'm going to be bringing to the channel in the upcoming days and weeks. I mean, strong foundational programs, right? To where they're not just going to go away in a week, right? But then I'll also have we'll also talk about the high yips too. Just understand the high yips don't last, right? And so the strongest platforms right now are you've got Crypto Fund. That's a seriously strong platform. You've got L Green or Sportsbook Partners, seriously strong platform. Dominion Airs, Shao Bank. Those are all good, strong platforms. Of course, we've got Live Good. We've got IM Academy, right? Those are not exactly crypto passive income platforms, but they are very good businesses. All right, so let's see what else is going on, guys. I think that's about it on QP. I want to move into some of the Q&A from the week. I want to get into some of the comments and questions. Also, if you guys want to talk or if you got any sauce, just drop me a chat and we will talk about your chat. But let's go ahead and get into the comments for this week and go ahead and do the Q&A. And bear with me just a second while I pull all of those up. Okay. All right. So starting off, we had we have a comment here on K5NOX. This person said K5NOX stopped paying me. My withdrawal is stuck in pending. Not sure if this is a rug. Support won't respond, and I've been kicked out of their Telegram group for asking about money. All right. You asked it. Here's my answer. All right. You asked the question. I'm going to give you the answer. There's something you're not telling me here, bro. Because here's the thing. You're not just going to get kicked out of the Telegram group for no reason, right? You said something or you did something. I mean, let's just be real here. Can we keep it 100, right? Can we keep it 1,000? Bruh. Can we keep it 1,000? Can we keep it 1,000, right? What did you do? Right? What did you do to get yourself kicked out of the Telegram group? What did you do to get yourself kicked out? Because K5NOX is paying. It's still paying as of this morning. It's been paying every day. What is K5NOX? K5NOX is a high-up. K5NOX pays 5% a day. And they've been rocking and rolling, man. They've been paying. So I don't know, man. You got to tell me the whole story here. You can't just come on here and say that you didn't do anything wrong. They kicked you out and they stole your money, right? I just don't see that, right? If they're going to do that, they'll rug and do it to everybody. I just don't see them doing it to you. You know, I just don't see them being that worried about the $10 that you put in, right? So what actually happened, man? Tell me the full story. All right, so somebody said Novatech FX update. Yes, we always do Novatech FX updates, guys. What you have to do is you have to actually go, you know, if you don't want to hear me talk about other things, if the only thing you want to hear about is Novatech, then you can wait till I actually start launching the episodic episodes. But right now I'm doing the episodes each week on my live broadcast, and usually the episodes are at the end, right? So if you don't want to hear all the other stuff, you can just fast forward all the way to the end. But the reason why I do that is because you should listen to the other stuff, right? Because there's a lot of opportunity here in the space, right? And I know you want to hear about Novatech. I know you want to listen to Novatech. I know you want to hear, you're fixated on that, and that's all right. But at the same time, there's a lot of other ways to get money out here. I love your sauce. Thank you. Because this sauce is a special recipe, right? This sauce took a lot of preparation, right? This sauce had to be cooked, right? This sauce had to be mixed in just right. So hit the like button if you love the sauce, because nobody else is giving you the same kind of sauce. Thank you for that comment. Okay, so this person says hopium, and this is Schooner67. Schooner67, thank you for that comment, because I have since stolen that and I've been using it. Hopium. So instead of hope, he says hopium, right? You know, the little play on words, opium, you know, smoking the opium, smoking the hopium. I like it, and I use it. I'm using it now, so I took that from you, buddy. Thank you. Hopium. So bad as trading strategy or operating in the DeFi space, best to pivot and look for other opportunities than holding on to the hopium that QP will come back. Bonk was an excellent pivot for me. It was just released. Yeah, okay, but look, Bonk was a pump and dump. And if you want to play the pump and dumps, that's fine, but you're taking just as much risk, if not more, by playing the pump and dump altcoins as you are at getting into the passive income platforms, right? It's just as risky, bro. I mean, maybe you've lost on Bonk now, because didn't Bonk crash and burn? Hopefully you got out before that happened. If you're going to get into crypto trading, guys, learn how to trade Bitcoin. Right? To get my trading course, first learn the principles that I teach in my trading course, and then you'll be prepared to go into crypto trading. And I am prepared also to bring you guys more sauce when it actually comes to crypto trading. I've got a lot of good sauce that I still haven't brought. Right? There's a lot of stuff still cooking in the oven, guys. Right? But you want to get the first trading course anyway, because the binary options trading course is going to teach you the fundamentals. It's going to show you how to set up the indicators, which can be used in crypto trading as well, which I do. I use those indicators on everything that I do because they work. Right? The sauce that I created is a sauce that works. Okay? Hopium. I love it. Okay. Troy says another awesome video. Thank you, Troy. And then this says... and then this is I'm gonna remove that. So if you're a spammer, just don't even bother, because I'm gonna remove your comment. Tricorium Crypto, talking about Novatech. He or she says the lawyers will take 40% of everyone's money. Then the government will steal the rest. Cynthia would be smarter if she returned everyone's initial capital back, and that way no one loses and she'll walk away unharmed in the courts. Well, here's a couple things on that. First and foremost, she probably doesn't have the capital, right? If she has disappeared, if she's not showing up to court, if the lawyers are not showing up to court on her behalf, then it's likely that the capital is, the money's gone, or, or it's not all there to pay everybody back, right? And then in terms of the courts, it doesn't matter if you really did anything wrong or not. Here's something that if you never learn anything else from me, learn this. Okay. There's a great book called Catch-22. Classic book, classic literature. I've read it. I've read a lot of literature. Can you imagine? Can you guess why I've read a lot of books and a lot of literature? What does it usually mean when somebody's had a lot of time to read? What does that usually mean, right? Anyway, when I was on the inside, I read a lot of books. I read a lot of literature. Catch-22 is one of my favorites. If you never learn anything else from me, learn this. Nothing matters except the people who have the power are always going to control the people who don't have the power. And they're going to do it with violence. And the court system is just another form of control. It doesn't matter if you did anything wrong or not. If they want to take you out, they will. And then they will come up with a law to justify doing so. So it doesn't matter if she really did anything wrong or not. If the courts are coming after her, if the law is coming after her, they will find a law that she broke. And that's just, yeah, it sucks. It's not fair. But that's just the way that the world works, right? Those in power control those who don't have the power. And they do so by violence, either by taking away your freedom, taking away your money, taking away your liberty, or just straight up violence like breaking your arm or your leg or killing you. That's how the world works. The strong prey on the weak. Nobody gives you anything in life. If you ever want anything in life, you got to reach out and take it. All right, this person says, actually, never mind. I'm not even gonna get into that. Okay, this person says he really doesn't say anything. This channel is a waste of everyone's time. Okay, well, tell that to the people who write me emails saying that this channel saved their life, right? Do you watch all the videos? You're commenting on one YouTube short and you're saying that I'm not saying anything? There's a lot of people that would disagree with you. How's your how's your YouTube channel doing? Right? How are your subs going? How are your comments? How's the engagement with what you're putting out into the world? Right? I'd like to know, since you're so quick to judge my channel, right? Since you're so quick to say that I'm not saying anything, I'm not talking, and I'm just wasting everybody's time. How's your channel doing? Right? What are you adding to the stream of life? What are you adding to the world? What are you doing to change the world? I'm waiting. It's so easy to sit on the sidelines and shoot your shot at other people. I put myself out there, so I'm an easy target, right? Congratulations. You found yourself an easy target to take your anger and to take your bitterness and to take the fact that really you're not contributing anything. So it's easy for you to find somebody who is doing something and take a little cheap shot, right? Does that make you feel better? I feel sorry for you, man. All right, and this person is still complaining about K5NOX. Listen, dude, you better tell me the whole story here, right? Because they're not paying you, but they're paying everybody else. Hello? You probably said something ignorant to him. Hey, let me give you guys a word of advice. These platforms are by and large unregulated, meaning once you send off your crypto, that crypto is gone. And that crypto is now in control of the platform. So why would you do or say something to piss them off while they're holding your crypto? How smart is that? Right? You know, if they're holding your crypto and you're trying to get a withdrawal and then you tell them that they're a dirtbag, how inclined are they going to be to send you that withdrawal? But bro, what did you do? Right? I just don't believe this. I don't believe that you didn't do anything. And they just arbitrarily picked you out of the sea of humanity. They chose you and your $10 deposit and picked you out to screw with for no reason. You're not telling me the whole story here. This person said, I lost 2 in Novatech and the company that shall not be named. I know so many who did. But we're learning and growing. Now I'm more motivated to learn about crypto on my own than ever before. Thank you. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, haters. Right? Put that comment in your pipe and smoke it. Thank you. Unlimited freedom. I too lost in Novatech and the company who shall not be named. I know so many who did, but we're learning and growing. Now I'm more motivated to learn about crypto on my own than ever. Thank you. You're welcome. You see, that is sauce. That is the difference between what I'm doing here and what you're doing, just hating on everybody. That's the difference. Somebody's actually being affected in a good way. Right? Show me your comments like that. Oh, that's right. You don't have any because you're not doing anything. You just want to come and talk about me. This person says, Happy New Year to you. All the success in 2024. And Happy New Year to you as well. And I wish you great success as well. Stay tuned to the Unlimited Freedom Network because we got a lot of sauce coming out. This person said, Ultimo wants 600 to start a bleepity bleep debit card. Flacco, you really think that's going to happen, man? I mean, I hope it does, man, but okay. All right, so look, Flacco says also we're going to see you on the 26th. If you know, you know. I got money here too. All right. Hey, man, I hope that'd be great. Look, any comeback story would be wonderful, right? I would love to see any of these guys come back, right? I really would. That'd be great. It's just we haven't ever seen it before, right? So it's like you've never seen it before. The odds are right. The odds, right? The Vegas odds, the casino odds are not really in our favor on that. You know what I mean? So let's get back to this, though. Let's get back to this. The crying. Really, the crying. And this cry says, Ultimo wants 600 to send you a bleepity bleep debit card. Yeah. And, dude, you're getting an offshore protected bank account where you can make transactions in crypto and go to the ATM and withdraw cash money without being in the Western system, without being tracked. So what? It costs $600. Bro, I can't walk down, I can't walk across the street and open a bank account, right? I thank God that there is a bank out there that I can pay to give me an account, because I can't get a bank account. I have a house in the United States because my realtor lied, falsified the documents so that I could get this house. Because I can't buy a house. I can't open a bank account. Maybe you don't have that problem, so you can come on here and cry about $600. Brother, I have had to find a way, right, to get back up and work in and succeed in a society that is not built for people like me to succeed. It's built for people like me to clean up dog crap in your local park. It's built for people like me to wash dishes at some mom and pop restaurant. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's built for people like me to pull weeds on the side of the road, right? Not that there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with good, honest, hard work. Okay? But it's not built for people like me to become successful, right? I don't deserve success, right? According to society. But you want to cry about $600. You're not going to get a lot of sympathy from me, partner. This person said the consistency is unmatched. Thank you. Well, what you guys got to understand is that look, I love the holidays, but Christmas and New Year's is kind of also just another day to me, right? Like, we celebrate Christ on Christmas. Bro, I celebrate Christ every single morning when I wake up and I take a breath, right? Every morning that I wake up and I'm going, oh my God, how am I still alive? How am I still here? Thank you, Lord. So I celebrate Christmas every day. Right. So it's no different for me, right? Like Thanksgiving, I did a video. Christmas, I did a video. New Year's, I did. It's just all the same, right? I'm thankful every day, right? So see one of the things about doing a YouTube channel, for all you guys who want to throw up a channel or do stuff on social media, you just have to be consistent. And it's really, really difficult at first, right? Because you're doing stuff and nobody's paying any attention. Right? Like you're putting your heart and your soul into this stuff and nobody cares, nobody watches, nobody pays attention. Unless, well, let me not go there. Let me just not get canceled today, okay? There's some people in this world who you're just going to get attention no matter what, right? Because you're the right age, you're the right sex, you're the right gender, you're the right hot, good looking, and you're going to get a million. You put a picture up and you're going to get a million followers, right? But for those of us who actually have to work for things in life, like the men out there, right? The male community, right? We actually have to add some sort of value. We can't just post a picture up and get a million followers. Consistency is key. You got to show up, man. Doesn't matter if the numbers are up. Doesn't matter if the numbers are down. Doesn't matter if people are watching, people are not watching. Doesn't matter. You show up. You remain consistent. And that's with anything in life, man. The way you show up in one area of life is the way that you're going to show up in every area. Right. And that's why, I wake up in the morning and sometimes I don't feel like working out. Right. I mean, a lot of times. I mean, actually, you know what? These days, it's not like I'm like, yay, time to work out. Hallelujah. Hooray. No, it's not like that. But it's also not like, oh my God, I hate this. But it used to be. Like when I first was getting into it, man, it used to be like, look, man, I got on my workout regimen when I was in prison because if you don't work out in prison, you will be in trouble. For those who know, you know what I'm talking about. And for those who don't, I hope you never have to find out. But back then it was like, and I was like half my body had been opened up. I was shot. I was messed up. I was like, this working out is going to kill me. Right? Working out is going to freaking kill me. But I did it. And back then it was like, yeah, man, this sucks. I don't want to do this. But you just get into the routine of it. And you want to find some people in good shape. Look at people who have done a lot of time. But you get into a routine, man, and you show up for yourself, right? And the way you show up in one area is the way you show up in every area. So the way you show up in your workouts, it's going to be the same way you show up in your Bible study. It's going to be the same way you show up in, your job. It's going to be the same way that you show up in your business, in your family, with your partnership, with your people. It's all how you show up in one area is how you show up in every area. And if you're not willing to go through the hardships at the start and remain consistent, then you're going to get the results of just not being consistent, which not good results. This guy says, bruh, you're weird. Yes, I am. And you love it, right? If I wasn't weird, you wouldn't be here, right? I mean, you got to be a little bit weird to do what I do. Don't you think? Right? Wouldn't you say? Now this person find out that crypto option rugged, and there's always one of you guys. There's always somebody who's going to figure out that a platform rugged and just get on there and go rug, it rugged. It's like, dude, I'm making the video right now. Just breathe, man. Just hang on for 5 minutes while I make this video. But he posted all over my platform. It rugged. You still excited now? It rugged. Yes, I am still excited now. And let me tell you why. Because even though it rugged, I made a lot of money on crypto option. I made large sums of money. Did you? Right? You want to rub it in my face that it rugged? Well, guess what? I got in early. I withdrew early. I withdrew often. I didn't invest any more than I could afford to lose. I did it right. I played it the right way, and I ROI'd. I made money. So yes, I'm still excited. I'm still excited because I made money on it. Did you? Probably not, because you don't follow the strategies that I give on here, right? You don't listen. You just want to come on here and say, oh, it rugged. Are you still excited now? Yes, I am. I'm still excited. because I made money and you didn't. So guess what? Oh yeah, brother. I am still excited because it was a win. It was a profitable trade. It was a victory. Tastes good. Do you know the taste of victory, my friend? Or do you just like to come on here and say, oh, it rugged. Oh, it rugged. You stupid scammer. I bet you're not excited now. Actually, I am. I'm excited all the way to the bank. How about you? Hit the like button because nobody else is giving you the same psychosis that you're getting here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. Nobody is giving you the mental instability, the unstable mental mindset that you're getting here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. No other YouTuber in the space is giving you the same kind of sauce. They're just not. I just don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say. Okay, this is so hilarious. So hilarious. This person says, what happened to Novatech FX? What happened to Novatech FX? They say. What happened? What happened? So you know what I said? I said, have you watched my last 2 lives? And you know what she said back? No. No. Okay, sister. So you want me to just sum it up for you? You're not even watching the videos? And you want to make a comment? And then you want me to just sum everything up just for you in a nice pretty little package? Can you say entitlement? Has anybody ever told you no in your entire life? Do I work for you? Are you paying me? My God, the entitlement, the inaccountability. I'm not bothering to watch your channel. I didn't watch your lives where you talked about it for an hour at a time. I just want you to answer it directly to me in this comment because I'm so special. Oh yeah. Well, you're not going to get that from me, sister. You're going to get a wake-up call. The world isn't all sunshine and rainbows. We're not all here at your beck and call. And one day, you're going to meet a man who tells you no. You're going to meet a real man who knows how to say no, who puts his foot down. And you're never going to have a higher level of attraction than you have for that man who finally tells you no. Who finally says no to you. Because they all been telling you, you want special treatment from me? No! No! To tell you no. I'm telling you, man. We are raising a generation. The audacity, the entitlement. I'm telling you, these people go through life and they've had their butt kissed so much their whole life that when they finally meet a man who says no to them, they don't know how to handle it. I could give you some statistics. All right, let's get back into this. All right, so this is a comment from DeFi ROI King. Talking that talk. He says, every time a platform runs a special, it's a last leg. 9 out of 10 only people that win are the referral link shillers. Wisen up, people. Are you calling me a referral link shiller? What does that even mean? Should I be offended right now? You want to say it to my face, ROI DeFi King? What exactly do you mean? All right. So I said, you're so smart. Here's a cookie. And this was good. He says, thank you. Does it come with a referral link? I thought that was a good comeback, right? If you're going to be a smarty pants, right? At least be able to have a good comeback like that. So shout out to you, ROI King, DeFi ROI King. Stop, Darren. Darren, are you trying to get another? Are you trying to make me go crazy again? Is that what this is? Because I'm getting close. He says, yes, you're supposed to be offended. I know. He's taking a shot. He's taking a shot at your buddy Vaughn. You know, your buddy Vaughn at the Unlimited Freedom Network, who's just I'm giving so much. And what do I get back? This type of attitude that this guy's giving me. Yes, that was a funny response. Does it come with a referral link? All right. All right. So this is an interesting thing. This is about crypto option on this Rug Report episode that I did. And this person who I've never seen before, named Ratha22, says crypto option funds are offline too. Talking about crypto fund, because I was talking about how crypto fund has its money offline, right? So it's not easy to hack them. And this person said crypto options funds are offline too. They are trading with the funds. It's the data, which is the site. And he has mentioned he keeps a backup regularly. So the 15 days he has mentioned, that's my thought. Let's see. Okay, well, of course, I hope that he's right. And then somebody else said the text messages are from the team. They are all together in this and then pretending, showing text messages so the owner will get away easily with people's money. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I mean, look, what I do know is that Divnendu has gone offline. The Telegram group is gone, right? The website is down, right? And then they said, yeah, 15 days. So, I mean, am I going to hold my breath for 15 days? No. You guys know me, right? Even Divnendu knows me. He knows I'm not going to do that. I mean, whatever the situation is, like, dude, seriously, if you're watching this, you need to get in contact with me, because if you ghost me, I mean, that's just not going to be good. All right, so Flacco is having some fun with me. Darren says, yes, you're supposed to be offended. Darren says that's a funny response, though. And then Shirley, what's going on? Shirley's in the house. Bro, you are hilarious. That's what I'm told. You know, the funniest people in the world are those who are not trying to be funny, right? They just are funny. They're just funny people, right? Let's just let them talk for a while. You'll start laughing. All right. Okay. Now, this is a comment on my crypto option is down video. Say it ain't so, crypto option. Details here. And this person said, I thought you said they were trading. You thought I said they were trading. Well, what does that have to do with anything, man? Oh, what if they were trading, right? Maybe they blew the account. Did you ever think of that? Maybe they were trading and they stole the money anyway. Did you ever think of that? Right? So what they were trading? What difference does it make? What difference does that make, man? So since I said they were trading, that means they're never going to rug pull? When did I say that? When did anybody ever say that? This person said another one that was shilled bites the dust. Who would have thunk? What a lame fake excuse from a fake hacker to cover their bleepity bleep. Getting creative. This is now the go-to excuse to rug pull. We got hacked. LOL. Well, you could be right. Now, this was a comment that somebody made about the extortion thing. And what they were doing, right? According to Crypto Option, right? They were being extorted, right? According to Crypto Option, somebody said, hey, give us $500,000 or we're going to take down your site, right? If you don't give us $500,000, we're going to take down your site. That's extortion. And I was saying that extortion has been practiced since the beginning of time, right? People have extorted one another, right? For protection. Hey, we're going to protect you, but we need a fee. And if you don't pay the fee, we're not going to protect you. We're going to attack you. That's extortion. It happens all the time, right? It's happening right now. Is anybody else stressed out about your taxes, right? That's because you're being extorted, right? If you don't pay us X amount of money from what you made, we're going to put you in jail. What do you think that is? I mean, at the end of the day, at the bottom line, what's the bottom line? You pay us or we put you in jail. So what is that? It's extortion. That's the bottom line. That's exactly what it is. They wrap it up in nice words like, oh, it's a tax, right? They have all these nice, big, fancy words for pimping people, right? They pimp you. And then they come up with a nice fancy word for it. Yeah, I got you. That's just taxes, right? I'm paying for taxes. What do the taxes pay for? Your protection. Oh, really? So I have to pay you for protection, and if I don't, you're going to attack me. That sounds like what? Extortion. No, it's taxes. Okay. I got it. Okay. Sorry. I thought that was extortion. Sounded like it. So this person said, that's not extortion. These people had a conversation with themselves and posted it for sure. Hackers, I take down your site. Platform, they asked the hackers why. Laugh, laugh, laugh. I said, well, we will see. You could be right. Like I said, though, it seems out of character in this case. And then this person said, I follow a certain scam baiter. What is a scam baiter? And the wording at the top with the large paragraph, it's like the wording in the chat, the white chat. It's like they're speaking the same lingo. Could be. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it could be. I mean, I'm not a forensic, syntax person, but maybe it is the same person. I don't know, right? I mean, obviously that could be faked. We all know that. And then this is about Arbimex. When did this start and how long do you think it lasts? Is it a paid promo? Nope, it's just a high up. I doubt it will last long. High ups are for fun only. So the high ups that I talk about, guys, are not paid promos. All right, they're just platforms that I'm playing with. Right. I like to play with the high ups with $10 here, $20 there, $50 there. I'm not throwing in like the whole freaking kit and caboodle in there. Right. I'm not throwing in my whole house money or anything like that. Just a little bit. Right. It's like it just for fun because some of the high ups work out. Right. It's like this CC bot trade. This thing has been going on for me check again. This thing has been going on for 36 days. They've raised over $1 million and it's been paying me out every day. I mean, I'm way into profit at this point with CC Bot Trade. They're not all like that. But if you invest in enough of them, you hit the ones that are like that, and then you hit, baby, woo! And then boom, day, withdraw, next day, withdraw, next day, withdraw, large sums of money. And it's nice to hit. But in order to get the hits, you got to be willing to take the hits. Ooh, yeah, there's a zinger from your buddy Vaughn, right? In order to get the hit, you got to take the hits. Oh, yeah. Happy New Year from Blue Sky. Head says, Happy New Year, grace and peace be blessed in 2024. Thanks for the updates. Thank you to Blue Sky. I appreciate you. As always, Blue Sky is that supporter. All right. Tricorium Crypto says, so, and this is about crypto option. So they delayed withdrawals for 2 days, but the hack only took place today. I never trusted those telemarketing scamming bleep in the first place. Their families will be so proud. Giving bleep all around the world an even worse name. All right. So, yeah, I mean, as far as that goes, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know exactly where they're from or whatever. So we're, I can't get into that, obviously, for obvious reasons. Thought you said they were trading. Yeah. They might have been trading. I just don't understand what that has to do with anything. All right. I'm not going to even respond to that one. Wow. Okay. So somebody said here, I want to learn how to enroll for that. Can I have your contact? And this is about my trading course or Shao Bank. And yeah, I mean, if you want to enroll in anything, guys, the links are in the description. So this video that you're watching right now, this head that's talking to you, this talking head, this guy, yeah, look right underneath it, and there's a description. Click the description, click more info. It'll open up a drop-down menu, and the links to everything are in the description. Also, the link to my email is there, so you can send me an email if you want to talk to me about it directly. I'll be glad to assist you, in anything that's reasonable. Now, we just have a new a new comment about Aladdin Bot, of all things. I haven't talked about Aladdin Bot in a long time. I mean, that's been a rug for me for like 2 months already. This person says, this Aladdin Bot is a scam. There's that word again. You can never get your principal out. There's an unbonding period of 120 days without any profits, which these scumbags fail to mention. Second, if you do a withdrawal, they keep stalling. Third, when you complain too much about not receiving your principal or profits, they suspend your account without notice. This is a scam, and its CEO, Mark Ian Davis, is a lying scumbag. All right, I'm going to actually reply to this. Sounds like you are new to the space. Keep tuning in. Because, I mean, it's just the way that this guy is talking. It's like this is like his first platform or something like that, because this kind of crap happens all the time in this space. That's the risk you take when you're getting into DeFi, right? But some of us love DeFi because it's like the alternative to TradFi, which TradFi stands for traditional finance and DeFi stands for decentralized finance, right? So TradFi is what we all grew up in. It's what we're all used to. And basically in TradFi, the banks own everything. And if the banks don't like you, you're screwed. If that credit score is not perfect, you're screwed, right? And so DeFi represents stepping away from traditional finance and getting into a system that actually can work for everybody. But since it's deregulated, right, there's a lot more risk when you get into investment platforms and things of that nature. And crypto is risky. Bottom line, if you're not willing to take risks, you shouldn't be involved in crypto, right? Flat out. The problem is, if TradFi is not giving you what you want, what other choice do you have, right? At least you have an alternative, right? Back in the day, we didn't have any alternative. If the bank didn't like you, that was it. You were done. Finito. All right, guys, let me hit the chats. All right, we do not have any new chats, so we have gone over the Q&As, we've gone over the questions. We've hit a lot of topics. We talked about QP, and now it's almost time to get into Lisa's story. Now, her name is not actually Lisa, but I renamed her Lisa for the purposes of, I'm not going to use her real name, right? I don't have permission to. I don't even have a contact with this person anymore. But I want to tell Lisa's story and get into episode 3 about the whole Novatech saga, right? The Novatech situation. But before we do, and while I'm waiting to pull that up, while I'm actually pulling up a couple of articles here, why don't you guys go ahead and if you have any questions or comments for me, drop them in the chat so that we can do one more chat before we get into the whole Novatech episode 3 situation. So if you guys got anything, go ahead and drop that. And yes, I should have been prepared for this, but hey, we do it live, guys. We do it live. Alrighty, let's go back to. Oh, yeah, that we talked about. That was a good episode. Let's see if we can find anything from. Because I have enough to do it without this, but still, it would be nice. All right, let's try this. All right. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Check something real here. Oh, wow. All right, let me check on that for you, Flacco. Do you have a website? Send me a link because what I'm getting here is like Google Quantum AI. I don't think that's what you're talking about. Let me check something here. Deep fake. Oh, that's weird. Is it quantumai.trade? I think that's what you're talking about. Let's try it. Quantumai.trade. All right, so I went to quantumai.trade and it says account has been suspended. Right, so I don't think it's like even up anymore. All right, guys, this this is episode 3 of the Novatech saga, the Novatech debacle, the deep dive into Novatech FX. Now, first and foremost, we had episode 1 where we went over AWS mining. We talked about everything having to do with AWS mining, and that was the forerunner of Novatech. That was the company where we had the first appearance of Cynthia and Eddie Pettion. They were high up in the roster of the people who were promoting that particular company. That company went down, bit the dust. The leaders fled to Dubai, and they said they were coming back, but never did. Almost exactly par for par the same thing that happened later with Novatech FX. Then we got into episode 2, which talked about the actual beginnings, right? The first appearance of when Novatech FX actually came out back in 2019. And now today, we're going to be talking about how and why Novatech FX blew up and got so big and caught fire. How it happened, right? And there's a couple of different ways that it happened. Number one, we had the lockdowns from the beer bug. And number two, we had the tight-knit church communities, right? Those two things, along with the infiltration of Novatech and the idea of cryptocurrency, as well as the Bitcoin bull run that was happening at the time, it was like the magic sauce. It was like the secret ingredients all came together. It was perfect timing for this company, right? That had been previously pretty much, it was unknown, to take off and then go mainstream, right? And it was also, it had a lot to do with the way that it was first being promoted. Novatech FX was a dangerous and risky crypto trading MLM, right? Multi-level marketing situation. But they said they were not an MLM, and they were positioning themselves in the community as a safe and reliable hedge fund, right? Now, that brings us into Lisa's story. Now, Lisa's name is not actually Lisa. I changed her name because I really don't want to use this person's real name, right? And I'm going to be very careful because I'm doing this on a live broadcast. So it's not like I'm going to be able to edit it out, right? If I make the mistake. But we're going to talk about the beer bug. We're going to talk about 2020. And we're going to talk about somebody named Lisa. Okay? Lisa was a working professional woman, right? In the world of corporate, right? In the corporate world, very successful until you had the shutdowns, right? Now, we all know what happened. It came in, and all of a sudden, just like that, everything started getting shut down. People had to stay at home. People had to wear masks. People had to social distance, right? And Lisa, unfortunately, caught the bug at the beginning. And she was one of the bad cases, right? So she ended up actually in a hospital bed on a ventilator. Lost the job, lost the money, lost her health. There she is on a hospital bed on a ventilator, right? And when she started to get better, when she started to recover, somebody, probably from the church community, offered her an opportunity that she pretty much decided was going to be her solution, right? And that opportunity was called Novatech FX, right? So the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, right? She had the bug. She's in the hospital. She's on the ventilator. She's starting to get better, and somebody probably from the church community, because remember, Cynthia Pettion was a self-described reverend. She called herself the Reverend CEO. And part of the reason why Novatech exploded is because it caught fire in the church. Now, when something Here is what typically happens in the church, right? From the perspective of anybody, right? You don't have to be a Christian to understand. You can be on the outside looking in, and you can still see that the church catches on to fads just like the world does. Like, so, somebody gets popular, right? And then the whole church goes after that person for a while, right? Which is really ungodly and evil when you think about it, because we're not supposed to worship idols. Hello, right? But it happens over and over again. The cult of personality happens in the church. This person gets famous. This company gets famous. This thing gets popular. The flag waving. All of a sudden, everybody's waving flags, or the swords. They had the swords at one point where everybody had to have a sword. Just stuff like that. It goes through the whole church. It's a fad. It's like a fire. It goes through the whole church, and that's what happened with Novatech. It just caught on because of some very wise and frankly kind of slippery marketing tactics that were happening, right? And that marketing tactic was this. Hey, the world has hedge funds, right? But for average people like you and me, we're not able to get into the hedge fund because we don't have enough money, right? To get into a normal traditional hedge fund, you have to have millions of dollars. And if you're able to leverage millions of dollars, then you can make more millions. That's why the rich stay rich. There's nothing wrong with that. That's true. But here's where the problem came in. When they took this risky crypto platform called Novatech and they said that it was a safe and secure alternative hedge fund for the rest of us. A Festivus for the rest of us, right? A Festivus for the rest of us, right? It's for the rest of us, right? It's a hedge fund that we can get in, and we don't need to have millions of dollars. We could have $1,000. We could have $500. Heck, we could have $50. As long as we're willing to pay the $25 a month fee. And it just caught on because people were stuck in their houses. People massively were losing their jobs. Massive lockdowns, massive job loss, economic crash, economy crashed. And right at that time, here comes Novatech, and they're paying on average 3% a week. And it's working. Guys, it's working. See, that's the story behind the story that doesn't get told a lot. People want to say that Novatech FX was this big scam. But at the time, for the people who were making money during the shutdowns, during the lockdowns, after they lost their job, they didn't think of it as a scam. They thought of it as the solution. Now, that's Lisa's story. Lisa, Lisa, Novatech saved her financial life because she made the investment, she was getting the returns. Then she decided to share it in her community, and she became a high-powered leader and a high-powered promoter. So not only was she getting the ROIs from what she put in, but she was also making a lot of money on the MLM side from promoting the platform, which is what happened with a lot of people. Now, the truth is, and we're going to get to this in a later episode, but ultimately, at the end of the day, only a few people actually came out on top with Novatech. And full disclosure, I was one of them. Okay? I was one of them. Yes, me, Vaughn, here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. I didn't make millions. All right? I didn't make millions, but I did come out on top. And you're going to find out why as we get into the later episodes. But for the purposes of this episode, what you have to understand is that Lisa found an answer to her prayers, right? And she got back up without missing a beat. And from the comfort of her own home, she's promoting this Novatech FX. She's making money every week. She's telling her friends. She's telling her family. She is building a huge team, right? So she went from almost dying, losing everything, to being right back on top of the world because of joining this company, Novatech FX, which was positioned to her as a safe hedge fund, an alternative hedge fund, right? And it was also blowing through the church like a wind, like the latest fad, the latest wind, the latest, trend. Novatech FX. It was the Christian person's answer, right? It was the church person's answer to what was going on at the time, which was a scare from the virus and people just losing money and economic destruction, right? And then you look at Bitcoin and it's pumping, 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 pumping. So why not get into crypto? Everybody's getting into it, right? Everybody's becoming a millionaire off of the Bitcoin pump. That was happening at the time. Now that dumped too, right? I mean, let's tell you, look, nobody's calling Bitcoin a scam. Well, some people still call Bitcoin a scam, but most people aren't calling Bitcoin a scam. But Bitcoin pumped and dumped. Same thing that happened with Novatech. It pumped, and then kind of just disappeared, right? All of a sudden, they just stopped paying. And we'll get to that. We're going to break down everything. We're going to give you all of the reasons in this episodic event at the Unlimited Freedom Network. There's no way to give you the entire sauce about Novatech in one video, right? There's no way to just say it all in 10 minutes or 20 minutes or even an hour. We need to do a deep dive, right? And that's what we're on right now, right? We are on that deep dive. And I'm going to get into the chats and I want to answer your questions, but we have to finish this segment. So bear with me and I'm going to get with you guys and answer all of your questions. Now, if you do have questions or comments, you can feel free to drop them in the chat. You can also drop them in the comment section if you're watching this when it's no longer live, right? Like if you're watching the replay or if you're watching the actual episode when that comes out here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. Now, let me tell you another story. Let's call this guy Joe the Plumber, right? No, Joe, right? Joe the Plumber, right? Let's just call him Joe. Now, Joe had a background in sales. And no, it's not me. I'm not talking about myself here, okay? Lisa's not me and Joe's not me, okay? I never had the bug, right? And this particular story is not my story. But we're going to call this guy Joe. Now, Joe had a background in sales. This is the year 2020. Right? This is when all hell is breaking loose on Earth, right? And this is where Novatech started to explode. This is episode 3 in the Novatech saga, right? We covered episode 1, we covered episode 2. We're now talking about episode 3, where Novatech blew up, exploded, and took in just millions and millions of dollars, guys. Millions. Joe was a life insurance agent. He worked for a little company called Primerica. Now, Primerica, some people love it, some people hate it, but it's an MLM. It's a multi-level marketing company that deals with the selling and policy serving of life insurance. You sell life insurance and you build a team of life insurance agents underneath you. It's called Primerica, right? It's one of the most popular, most successful MLMs in American history. And he worked for Primerica, Joe. The problem is, he would build big teams in Primerica, but he couldn't. You see, he had an ability. He had the gift of gab. He had the ability to connect with people, to communicate with people, and ultimately to sell people life insurance policies, right? He had, and then to service the policies. Hey, Joe had that ability, but he couldn't reproduce that ability. So he would build big teams, but the teams that he was building did not have the same kind of success that he was having because they couldn't do what he could do, right? They couldn't connect with people the same way that he could. They didn't have the communication ability that he had. They couldn't sell. So he could sell the policies, he could build the team, but he couldn't reproduce the ability to sell. So you know what Joe did? He moved on to something else. And he got into a multi-level marketing trading operation that dealt with trading, right? Forex trading. He learned the business. He got good at the business. And no, once again, this isn't me, right? A similar story, right? But not me. He built a big team. But he made the lion's share of his money through trading. He made money trading because he was a good trader. See, he was a good life insurance salesman. Then he learned how to be a good trader. Built a big team. But what happened? Can anybody guess? He could trade and he could build a team, but he couldn't reproduce the ability to trade. And because the team that he built couldn't trade, just like his previous teams couldn't sell life insurance, he had a problem. He couldn't get the teams to stay on board because they couldn't trade. So they weren't able to do it. So he was able to do the life insurance, no problem, but he couldn't reproduce that. He was able to trade, no problem, but he couldn't reproduce that. And then Joe found a company that required absolutely no skill whatsoever to make money. It's a godsend, right? Because now he didn't have to count on people being able to sell life insurance. He didn't have to count on people having to learn how to trade and being able to be good traders. No, he didn't have to count on any of that. He found a company called Novatech FX. And Novatech FX had an alternative hedge fund, a safe and secure hedge fund that was paying 3% a week on average, where people could compound, and everybody who signed up, his entire team, could make money. By the way, Joe was also plugged into the church, just like Lisa was plugged into the church. And they shared it with the church. He shared it with his old life insurance team. Boom, now they're making money. He shared it with his old trading team. Boom, now they're making money. He shared it with the church. Now everybody all of a sudden is making, give or take, 3% a week. And they're surviving during the season of the pandemic. They're surviving. They're thriving. And everybody is making money. And especially the people who are sharing this hedge fund, this crypto hedge fund, this cryptocurrency boom. We're all watching Bitcoin explode. But now they found Novatech. And everyone's making money. And they're putting in more money. And they're bringing in their family. They're bringing in their church. I did it, guys. Everybody got swept up into it. 2020 was beautiful. Into 2021, beautiful. Until all of a sudden, nearing the end of the year 2021, nobody knew it at the time, but the party was about to be over. And we will continue this in episode 4 of the Novatech saga. All right, so let's get back to the chat. We got Flacco. I was talking about quantum AI, the one that Gerald is talking about. Sorry, Club. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't. I actually haven't heard Gerald talk about any quantum AI. I was just on a live broadcast with him earlier this morning. Yeah, I mean, Gerald's a friend of mine, and just about everything that he promotes on his channel is, or that he talks about, right? He talks about his journey on his channel. See, even I do it, Darren, so no worries. But everything that he talks about on his channel is, there's risks involved with it, just like anything else. But the fact is, I don't really know. I mean, what are they paying, Flacco? Can you give me any more information? Because I can tell you if it's a HIAP. Okay, Darren says busted. Okay, so I guess it's gone. So I guess there's your answer. All right, so DeFi ROI King. I'm glad that you're here. Hopefully you're still here. And talking about QP, because I actually got into one of your comments earlier. We were all talking about you you're hilarious, dude. And we were all laughing about your little comeback for me about the referral link. Does the cookie come with a referral link? All right. You got me, man. Okay, so DeFi ROI King, you said they didn't make any money, but the money was made with the QP token. The question I would say to that is, how much money did they really bring in? Because I know that a lot of people were still withdrawing. I mean, I was withdrawing that token as much as I could. So any type of token they were giving me, I was converting it, withdrawing, converting, withdrawing, converting, withdrawing. And hopefully other people were doing that too. How much? I mean, I know QP was pretty huge. I mean, so it's possible that they raked in some money from the token. My question is, and the thing that I would wonder about that is, was the juice worth the squeeze? Because QP was paying out so much money that it's hard for me to believe that they really raked in a big killing on the Ponzi side. You know what I mean? Like, let's say they were a Ponzi scheme. It just, to me, and that's the other thing with these things, like the ones that pay out a lot of money, maybe they were quote unquote Ponzi schemes, but the thing about it is, with the mathematics of a Ponzi scheme, if they're all paying out, it's not just the people that lose money at the end, but the Ponzi loses the money too, because they're not making anything. They're so busy paying everybody out. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's pretty much what I have to say about that. Maybe I mean, look, you might not be wrong. Maybe they did haul in a lot from the token. I just see a platform that was around for a year and they were paying out a hell of a lot of money, bro, to a hell of a lot of people. Right? Myself included. I know how much I made, and I made a lot off of QP. And I know I'm not the only one. So, did they really make a big killing? I don't know, man. I mean, I'm inclined to say probably not, right? In terms of what they could have possibly made if they would have just, pulled the rug in another kind of way. But hey, we're going to have to see what happens here. I mean, do you think they're going to come back? I mean, I said earlier that if they do come back, it would be like the first time I've ever seen that. Because I've never seen a platform come back after it goes down like they did. Okay. All right, guys. So we have gone through all of the chat. We've gone through all of the comments. We hit QP, we hit Novatech, we've hit just about everything. And if you guys did not hit the like button, do me a favor and hit that like button on your way out. I appreciate each and every one of you. I love you guys, and we will see you on the next one here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. Oh, and I went crazy too. So if you missed that, don't forget to rewind. I really lost it today. We'll talk to you guys later.